Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Agents Aftershock, episode 18.
Yay! I actually quite mean that this time. This was a fairly good episode.
I'm digging.
Honestly, it just makes me even more mad that we had to sit through 2/3 of the season being almost total bullshit to get to this part. Because this was actually a really good, emotionally impactful episode. I don't like how Fitz essentially succumbs to the whole daddy issues thing, but...
well, it explains why Fitz is the way...
I get it.
I was not sold on, why Fitz would be so drastically different, but this, it may kind of be a cop-out, but... It makes so much sense when you're raised by a different parent.
Right.
Who you are as a person could be drastically different.
No, I understand. And like I say, I accept it. I just don't quite agree with it. Because, just from a narrative perspective, because it feels like I felt they dodged a really big Evangelion-sized bullet when they brought up Fitz's daddy issues. Back in that one episode, I'm like, oh god, they're going to go the Shinji Ikari route and be all, Daddy never loved me! And they didn't. I was like, oh, that's really cool of you. Thank you for not doing that, because that's a really played out and overused trope. And now here we are in a played out and overused trope.
Well.
It does, however, explain why he is the way he is, because approval can be a really big thing for some people, especially at a younger age. And so if this was a trigger from his younger age, it does make sense why he would have kept on this certain path.
Yeah.
So I'll work with it for storytelling reasons. Again, it comes down to how well the story is crafted. I'm willing to overlook this
one thing,
little wishy-washy thing, and say, okay, for the sake of a story, I understand why this is happening.
So, I know you've been mad that Ward's back, but because...
I'm not mad, I just don't understand why he's here.
Because they're in the framework, and because I got one of my favorite characters back. I got Trip back.
He's back!
I was so happy to see Trip. Oh,
and he's gonna die at the end of the season.
Yeah, well, I mean, I don't need Trip, alive completely. It's just good to see him. I was like, I really like Trip. I forgot how much I like Trip. And he died for absolutely no reason. But
he's one of those characters that when he's there, it's like, oh, yay! You're a really cool dude. And then when he's gone, you're just like, man, I feel like there's somebody who should be here.
And
they kind of ham-fistedly replaced him too, so I don't know if it was scheduling conflicts or what, but I am glad to see that he's back.
I enjoy these actors coming back for a paycheck, basically.
Right, yeah.
I called it. Daisy busted a Terrigen Crystal.
Well, technically, May busted a Terrigen Crystal.
Yes, May. I called this episode.
Speaking of ham-fisted, Jesus Christ.
Dude, I called this episode this.
No,
episode
you basically called a play-by-play for
was the return of May, them getting May back into.
Am I the only one
who she was?
Who picked up on them making the augmented super strength serum? What's its acronym gonna be?
I don't know.
Augmented super strength.
Really. Well, this is the same. This is the Patriot
if it's augmented
serum.
super strength serum, then it's asses. Which I kind of found really funny because I'm juvenile.
Well, this was the same thing that Patriot uses.
It was an augmented version of the super soldier serum that.
No, it was not.
Is it not?
It was Daisy's father's serum modified.
That's right. I'm sorry. You're right.
Where they basically took out what made him kind of... I don't know. In the comics, it was much more of a transformation, but they took out most of the stuff, and it was just basically a super strength serum that lasts about an hour.
Am I the only one who really wanted to see Patton Oswalt in the head scientist position there?
Ah, man, yeah.
He would have been so much fun in that little role. I've been watching Mystery Science Theater on Netflix again now that it's released.
Yeah.
And seeing him as TV's son of TV's Frank he and Felicia Day are an absolute delight. But I think they missed an opportunity there, but they probably had scheduling conflicts where he was filming that, so I understand.
Also, he was filming The Circle. He's going to be in that.
Yes, he is.
Coming. I'm actually excited about that movie. But back to Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
We had May and Mace go at it, and
I was not impressed by this fight.
No,
they do this really annoying thing where I'm sure they were using a lot of stunt doubles, and in order to mask that fact, they did really far away camera angles where you couldn't see them. They basically looked like two stick figures fighting, or they were really, really close on like their torso area.
Yeah.
And it was cut a whole lot, so you didn't get a chance to see their face.
Yeah.
And I don't like that kind of fighting.
I am really, really scared
popular.
One of your predictions is going to come true in the form of a different way. Oh man, now that Mace, I really hope Mace isn't dead after that building fell on him. Because
honestly, I would be okay because that is, I think, one of the best ways they could have sent him out.
Yeah, but
because
what
he's
if
not
they
really
bring back Ward and Mace's body?
You're not wrong.
I don't want to see that. I don't need Ward back. Like, yes, like I said, I kind of like this version of Ward, but I don't want to see Ward back.
He'd be marred.
I know.
Marred, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I really hope Mace is alive in this world. He is inhuman. Or maybe if it's just kind of like, oh, well, since his body wasn't dead, he's just going to go back into his body and wake up.
I don't know. They flatlined him pretty good there. So,
but I've been pretty on the predictions with that Ada may not know where Radcliffe's exit was because Daisy started talking to him through that wall.
Yeah, I don't know.
And what did you think of the whole Ada come in and like basically told Daisy like, you know, all you have to do is give up and I will give you Lincoln back and let you live your life. What'd you think of it?
It sounded like something she'd do. I mean, I'm not going to put it past her. She's Madam Hydra, and with that comes a certain amount of manipulation. And I figured, yeah, that sounds exactly like something she would try and tell her in order to try and weasel information out of her. But ultimately, she would betray her and not do that and just say, thank you, die.
Yeah, it's very much who Daisy is. I'm glad we're not really seeing many people break character.
Yeah, well,
May is,
again, the most drastic ones were May and
May is back to kind of being May.
Yeah, I still don't like the way they did it and how they've set this up, but whatever.
Well, I mean, it just was
again the story.
Is like
the story is well written and it's developing well, so I'm willing to overlook certain things. But unfortunately, this is a really big thing that keeps cropping up, which is this isn't how May works.
Well, this time she got to save the collapsing building full of kids.
Yes, she did.
And this is
which I find it hard to believe that she, being such a high-ranking S.H.I.E.L.D. agent, didn't think that they were rounding up children and putting them in some kind of Clockwork Orange-esque manipulation room.
Yeah.
And had no clue about that. I find that very, very hard to believe. Because she would probably have been the one setting up measures for them to be like, alright, children are tiny, they can get through air vents. Make sure you bolt the air vents in.
Well, you know, it just kind of goes to back to everything there. They did that to bring May back to who May was.
I know. It doesn't feel natural or good still. I think
I can overlook it because obviously we needed to get from there to here. The last one we have to deal with is Fitz. And like I said, I'm calling him just kind of coming out of this very fucked up.
Probably, but I don't think they'll probably do anything too much with it. Let me pitch you an idea then. We cut Ward out entirely. We make May the person who is the insider.
That could have worked.
That's how I'm seeing this work a lot better. Because when she gets there and she sees Hydra has been brainwashing children, it can be one of those things, she's like, I've heard rumors about this, but I never actually thought they would stoop to this level. My God. And then she can just totally be like, yeah, that's it. Fuck this job, I'm out.
Well, that's basically what she did. She grabbed a tetragen crystal and was like, hey, Daisy.
Yeah. But again, I just feel
just the look on Daisy's face as she like crystal and stuff. I was like, oh, the first shot is she's gonna bust out of that thing and just wreck shit.
No, we're probably gonna cut midway into her assault and everything's gonna be crumbling and on fire and the alarm's gonna be blaring.
We've already. They've already given a little in the preview. She's gonna fuck Ada up, and it's actually gonna put Fitz as the head of Hydra. So I feel we're in our last 1 to 2 episodes in this Matrix universe.
Is he gonna be like Monsieur Hydra?
Maybe.
I want to know if that's a title.
Well, the madam's down. Monsieur is not here.
Monsieur! Monsieur Hydra! Why are you talking like that?
Well, he's Scottish, so what would be the Scottish form of Sir?
You pumpy bastard!
You pumpy bastard.
Yeah, there you go. That's the Scottish version of Monsieur. You pumpy bastard!
I was kind of glad we see him. We did see Fitz kind of questioning. He was like, did I have to gun her down?
Yeah.
Like, we see him finally start to come back to who he is, and then, like,
right.
This. Have we seen his dad before? Or
I don't think so. I think the actor is just a really familiar actor because I had the same reaction.
I was like, I know the actor. I want to go back and see if he was in anything, if we've actually seen him before, but I don't know if we have or not.
I don't know.
All in all, predictions. This is. I really hope Mace is alive.
I don't think he will be.
I don't need Ward back. Maybe have Trip come back and Mace.
Ooh,
No, that's
Holly. Oh my God, the Social Justice Warriors would be all over that shit.
Yeah.
Now Marvel's whitewashing people.
I just need us to see Mace punch through the roof. He has super fucking strength, for God's sake. He's finally inhuman. God,
I don't know.
Use it.
I don't know. If they choose to let him be gone, I think this is a really good way to send him out. It displayed him in the exact characteristics he always tried to embody.
Yeah, this is true.
Which is being a strong, noble leader. And it gave him a hero's exit. It's not a meaningless death. He sacrificed himself to help save a lot of innocent people and to help get his team out, which I think is one of the best qualities you can have for a S.H.I.E.L.D. director. And you're about to jerk yourself laughing. What are you thinking?
But they're all fake. They're computer programmed.
But that's kind of ties into the theme.
And I've turned into Gemma now. It's all fake.
But that ties into the themes of the episode, which I, again, actually really like the writing in this episode because it ties into the idea of what do we consider human. Yeah. Which should have been where the LMD story arc was, but unfortunately it was dovetailed with the whole Darkhold or whatever. And this actually presents a really good view into the idea of where we draw the line at being human and what constitutes being a person.
Yeah.
Because if all it is simple electrical impulses that dictate what we do and say, you can generate that in a computer.
Yes.
The only difference is one is made of flesh, the other is made of electricity.
Well, I also want to know if this is going to lead us into multiple Marvel universes, but I really don't know. I'm just kind of enjoying the ride with this one as far as
again,
the show is concerned.
if this is the quality that we will get next time we go through, and I hope it is, because this is honestly shaping up to be a really good section of episodes, just keep it a very, very small, like 6 or 7 episode, bi-weekly, big budget episodes.
I'd say give us about 13. Give us a half a season.
I would probably max it out at 10.
Well, I mean, it's about Netflix. We get about 13, so I'd say give us about, and the Netflix all have turned out to be pretty good. Minus, well, I actually, I have to recant everything I said about Iron Fist. I got to the episode directed by the RZA. Oh my god.
One episode does not redeem an entire show's worth of stupid.
No, but from that episode on, it was actually very good.
So what, for the last 4 episodes?
No, it was about 4 episodes in to where it got to the episode directed by the RZA.
I don't know. I guess I'm just going to have to check it out.
Yep.
But either way, if they're going to try and break this up into another 3-season structure next time, I don't think they'll be able to pull this off again. Because this really seems like they basically pulled a rabbit out of a hat with this. Which, again, good on them for saving the best till last. But did you really have to lead with a whole bunch of crap before this?
I don't know. I'm just saying we have so many stories they can tell, just S.H.I.E.L.D. stories they can tell.
Right.
As well as...
like Russian werewolves on the moon.
As well as other things that they can definitely do and pull from. And I wouldn't be opposed to bringing in new characters and making them a big deal. Like, no one really cared about Quake before Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. started, and now she is a big deal. And I feel that we can do this and run with, like, basically, S.H.I.E.L.D. has always kind of, like, had this thing. They've run with, like, the B-list characters, but they've done a really good job at it.
Well, that's kind of what I'd like to see that come out of this. And just have them kind of branch out a little more and have it revolve mostly around a revolving cast of characters that come together at the end.
Maybe they can save Cloak and Dagger.
I know.
That trailer did not look great. And you can see us react to that one.
Indeed. Oh, one last thing, though. This kind of relates back to some earlier stuff. Mac is an awful father.
Yeah. He just kind of goes off and like...
No, not even that.
How is he...
He lets his kid watch Chopping Mall. Have you fucking seen that?
I don't think I've ever watched it.
It's an 80s exploitation movie if I ever saw it. It's got tits and people fucking and heads exploding scanner style. That motherfucker is a hard R. And he's letting an 8-year-old watch that shit? No way!
Well, he said you gotta skip past all the bad parts, so basically the whole movie.
Exactly. You basically cut out the entire second and third act. They watch the first 20 minutes, and then that's it.
Okay, then. Well, any predictions, Sean? We gotta wrap this one up.
Not really. I really don't want to see them do... bring somebody back in somebody else's body. I don't think that would go over well. Although if they do try and come out of this where they try to do the whole replace the director with a robot with his scanned brain or whatever, and they become kind of accepting of him that way, and they're like, you know what? If there's anything we learned, it's that just because you're not human doesn't mean that we can't think of you as a man. And I would actually be kind of okay with that, because that'd be a nice acceptance of, on Gemma's part, of being able to see that artificial intelligence can be a life form outside of itself.
Yeah, but you'd have to find somebody to put in his body that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. We just scan his brain or something. Like she made a backup or some shit.
Never know.
Be happy with that.
I would
Not Ward.
I would settle for that world's version of Mace because he was much more of a likable character than he originally was.
Well, he
So
wasn't it took a lot for him to become that kind of person. So
yeah.
you never know.
All right, well, let us know what you guys think down in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and jump over to Sean's channel and watch us play some video games. We got something really fun coming.
Video game.
And
Playing them games.
and
That's why I don't have a theme song.
until next time, we will see you guys later.